The backstory actually starts 3 years ago.
That's true.
I was on a ski trip with some friends, and a mutual friend of mine and Jeffrey, who is the creator of the Positron chairs. So we both were on this trip and we started talking and just really hit it off. And he was talking about his business and what he's doing. And I talked about the fact that we'd saved this theater and that we had this place. And so kind of the history of VR installations like this they've typically been at museums. So this is sort of an opportunity to try out a theatrical version of this. Some of the most successful ones are at the London Museum, or the British Museum in London. It has like the Tut exhibit, and they have this installed, and it was like actually made by the same production company that produced ours, produced the Tut exhibit.
And the chairs we have are the chairs that were there.
Chairs.
Same chairs.
Yeah. VR is a interesting medium to tell a story. So what actually happens is emotion happens in the real world. So you feel the motion, and then the headset reacts to that motion. And so now there's a track, a motion track for these chairs that's corresponding with what's being rendered in 3D. So all of a sudden, that's the magic. That's like the aha moment that makes it so you can tell a story in VR. So a little bit about the content. So we tell a lot of really cool stories here, and they're probably stories that a lot of people don't know. And they're told in a way that you can only kind of experience in VR. And I think one of the most important ones is Alex Honnold free soloing. Yeah. So in order to capture that, well, it's just amazing. You get to kind of climb with Alex Honnold and see kind of what he saw in some regard. And in order to capture that, to produce this, climbers actually climb that route with gear to do a 3D capture of the same route that Alex Honnold climbed. Yeah, so it's definitely something that I think will be a thing that tourists that come to Yosemite will want to come do. It's like a thing you have to do to really get the full experience of going to Yosemite. But absolutely, it's for locals, people coming from the valley, school trips. So we have 30 pieces of content that were created for VR for movies that you've heard of, but they were actually only exhibited at the premiere, and nobody's ever seen them before. And we have a license to show those now. So we're going to be showing a lot of theatrical stuff too. So it's like a 12-minute short that was created for a movie that nobody else has seen except, one was like Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise is in it. He saw it, but nobody else has seen it because there's nowhere to exhibit it. So now this is a place to exhibit it. So we're getting licensed for those sorts of things, and that's what we're going to be showing alongside this. So we expect half of our shows will be this Yosemite VR documentary, and everyone that comes in kind of has to see that first, because it's such a special thing. Right. It's about this area. But then you also have the option to go see one of these other 30 pieces of content, and there will be more.
So it never gets old. It's like you can keep coming back. It's not like it's the same thing over and over again, which is awesome.